morning, Sri Lanka. Welcome to the show on a beautiful Tuesday morning. You're here with me, Amaya, and of course, it's going to be a great show lined up for you this morning as well. But on the topic of current affairs that's happening all around the world today, the Oscar nominees have been announced for this year. Now, I'm a huge movie fan, so it's always exciting when they give out the nominees for the Oscars, because this is the 86th Academy Awards presentation that's going to be happening. And I actually had the chance to watch some of the movies that have been nominated, especially The Wolf of Wall Street, which is by far my favorite so far. I mean, the performance that Leonardo DiCaprio gives in that movie is amazing. But of course, a bit of a controversial movie. There are a lot of pros and cons that you have to watch out for when you watch that particular movie. I wouldn't advise anyone below the age of 18 to really go for The Wolf of Wall Street, but there's also some really touching movies that have come out this year as well, especially 12 Years a Slave, which is a movie that is based on the slave trade which happened in which occurred in America so many years ago before the Civil War as well. And that, again, a very emotional movie and one that's pretty gritty when it comes right down to it, but another great movie as well. Some great acting by Jennifer Lawrence, for instance, who is nominated for the role of a Best Supporting Actress for the Academy Awards this year. But anyway, that's going to be happening on the 2nd of March this year, and that's going to be something to look forward for, definitely, if you are a movie buff. But if you're more on the arty side and you're into things that are very artistic and look beautiful and feel beautiful when you have it on you, then fashion is something that's going to be the topic of conversation for our program, the first segment of today's program. And this is a very special segment that's going to be focusing on a type of art that's something that has been passed down from generation to generation over millennia, and it's become something that is very much a part and parcel of certain types of cultures in the East, as well as in the Arabic countries as well. And sorry, this is really about the art of Mehendi and what it can do for people and what it has done for people over the years as well. And we have with us someone who has taken Mehendi in Sri Lanka to the next level, and she's here with me on the show today, and she's a very special lady, someone who has started up her own business as well, turned her passion into a business actually, and she is Farhath.
Hello.
Good morning, Farhath. Welcome to the show.
Amaya. Thank you. Thank you very
lovely
much.
to have you on the show this morning.
Thanks a lot.
Are you usually a movie fan as well? Are you looking forward to the Oscars?
No, I'm sorry. I just have no time for movies.
Yes, because I've heard that what you do, the art of Mehendi that you do, is really popular here in Sri Lanka. And here you are on the show with me this morning as well.
Thank you.
So now you're someone who has taken your passion and really turned it into an entrepreneur, and you've become an entrepreneur yourself and turned it into a really great venture that you're doing here in Sri Lanka. But let's speak about Mehendi as an art. What is it? Why does it become important in some cultures?
Mehendi has always been done on happy occasions, starting from festivals to weddings or anything that brings joy. It's a symbol of joy. When you have Mehendi on your hand, it means you've been you have celebrated something. That's how it started. But today, Mehendi is just a fashion. You don't really need a reason to get it done. Anybody can have Mehendi at any time.
Definitely. I mean, and I think things like Bollywood have really taken it to the next level, because you can see so many elaborate wedding scenes that happen even in the movies.
Of course.
And then when you want to have a wedding of that sort, then you really want to have the entire package. And I'm sure that's where Mehendi comes in.
Yes, definitely. If you want to have like a Bollywood theme in your wedding, you just have to have Mehendi. There is no Bollywood bride without Mehendi.
So what about you now? How did you start off? You started off quite a while back, right?
Yes, I started when I was schooling actually. Started as a hobby. And eventually I realized that there was a good demand for Mehendi, and I always wanted to do my own business. And I had a passion for Mehendi, so the combination worked so well together, business and Mehendi.
Definitely. And now you've just taken it to the next level, and you've been doing it for the past 10 years.
Over 10 years.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
So that's really
and I have
great.
a team of girls working with me also. Mehendi itself is like a huge industry now, isn't it?
I see.
Yeah.
And what about the cultural significance? Now, when you started out, what did you really, I mean, was it always weddings, and why do you apply Mehendi at weddings?
It used to be weddings and festivals. The Hindus and the Muslims, before the wedding, the bride always gets her Mehendi done. And before festivals also they got it done. But now even if they want to attend a party or something with a Bollywood theme, or even if not, like even if they want to go on a trip, they like to get something done, you know, like a tattoo on the feet or on the shoulder, you know, it can be anything.
Because it's beautiful. I mean, you get some very elaborate and intricate designs, and they can really dress up any
Seriously,
outfit,
you don't really
can't
need
they?
accessories, you know, it substitutes your jewelry.
And I think now it's expanded to beyond just the Muslim community in Sri Lanka,
Definitely.
and it's everywhere now. Everyone wants to be a part of this culture as well. Do you see that in your clients as well? That
Yes,
change?
of course, because I happened to be in Australia 2 weeks ago, and on the day I landed, actually I was invited for a Mehendi party.
So
and
they don't let you be.
Yeah, it was amazing, the response. I really didn't expect it to be that great, you know, they just loved it.
Wow.
And without a reason, like, they like to get something done, you know, they're not celebrating anything. Okay, they had a party, but you know, everybody just likes it. When they see some henna being done, they just want to get something done, you know, it's everybody likes it.
And I've also heard that it's good for your health
Yes,
as well, because
yes, it is.
are there any dyes involved in this?
No,
or
I use
what's
the 100% natural henna.
Okay.
Henna is actually a herb. It cools your body and it has antiseptic properties too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so when you apply, when you get it done, you feel how cooling it is. It cools your body, and I believe in the old days they actually got this done to cool their body. It wasn't actually a fashion, or they didn't have designs. They just rubbed it on the feet, on the sole and on the palm. They just rubbed it, you know, got the stain just for the herbal healing property, you know.
So maybe that's why it's very popular.
Now it's like a fashion, and they go crazy with designs. You know, you have different designs in India, in Pakistan, in Africa. Every country, they have their own style of doing it.
And it might have started out as a hobby for you, but now you're fully qualified in it, aren't you? And you've really gone the extra mile to make sure that you really know, you're keeping in touch with the latest trends as well. So let's speak about that. What do you have to do to really become a professional?
After doing Mehendi for about 8 years, I realized that I had to go professional.
Okay.
I mean, when I started, there weren't many artists doing Mehendi, but now there are so many. So, like, you know, I have to contribute towards the Mehendi industry as the pioneer. So I went to Hyderabad. I did my first Mehendi course there, and I learnt a lot. It was very nice working with a professional, and you know, you learn a lot. And then I've done my second course in Mumbai, again with the world famous Mehendi artist called Asha Savla.
Okay.
So that also has helped me a lot, and now I combine all my experiences with these courses and my own style, and I have my own way of doing it.
How would you describe your style though? What's your artistic style when it comes?
It's a mix of Arabic and Indian designs, because I have a great passion towards Arabic designs. Currently I am actually following some courses online from Dubai. So I learned the Yemeni and the Sudani, different styles of Mehendi. So I like combining it with the Indian designs. It gives a beautiful look.
So is it actually varied across the world?
It is definitely. By looking at the design, you can you know from where this design came.
Oh wow. Okay, but it's not just in the Asian or the Arabic countries anymore. It's huge in the West as well.
Definitely,
isn't it?
Because the tattoo culture is crazy there.
So now it's just as known as a henna tattoo.
Henna tattoo, exactly, because this is temporary. It lasts for like 10 days, and then they can go for a new design.
Definitely.
Unlike a tattoo, you know, and tattoo is painful. This is so, I mean, Mehendi is
the exact opposite. It cools your body.
Exactly.
So it's a great thing. So that trend is, I think, really changing now, and the dynamics and people looking for henna tattoos and things like that, it's becoming very popular in the West, I think.
Definitely.
So as a woman who has started up your own business, and you started it up from scratch, I mean, you were the pioneer when it came to Mehendi as a profession here in Sri Lanka. What has your experience been like?
Well, initially when I started off, it was very easy, because whatever I did was like the best, and you know, everybody just took it up like that.
Yeah, you had no competition.
Yeah, exactly. I had no competition for so many years, and now with the use of internet and Facebook and all that, you have so many other you know, henna sites and pages where you can go and check out your designs, and artists are free to try out different designs. So I'm glad that there are so many artists, and you know, Mehendi is becoming very busy in Sri Lanka now.
Definitely. And you're right at the heart of the Mehendi scene here in Sri Lanka, and we have her with us on the show this morning, Farhath Hadi. And also, there's no point having her on the show if I'm not going to try out some of these designs as well. So maybe I'll get to that later on, but right now we're going for a very short commercial break. Do stay with us on Good Morning Sri Lanka.